So Ed finally phoned me last night. It turns out he hadn't run off with anyone else, but Tom had gotten himself into a bit of an accident. So Ed was all in a panic and rushed off to be at the hospital. I can't believe that it took Ed until last night to ring me. It's not like he had had the accident, although I was beginning to think that he had. And Tom's not dead or anything, just a bit battered really. No reason to drop everything and rush to his bedside. It's all a bit dramatic if you ask me. It's such like Tom to make a big deal out of nothing. Plus apparently Julia has been watching these little videos and thought she'd show Ed. Not that I've got anything to hide. I would have shown him myself if I thought he'd be interested. So when we talked yesterday, he was all tetchy about, oh, you should have told Frankie you saw her videos for Will. You shouldn't have lied about Henry's present to Frankie. You shouldn't have encouraged Henry from the beginning if his intentions weren't honourable and blah, blah, blah. Who the hell does he think he is calling me out like that? We got into such a major row on the phone, which was so humiliating, but he's wrong. He's got the complete wrong end of the stick, as usual. Yes, I didn't tell anyone about the videos, but that's because I didn't want Frankie to stop making them. And I know they mean an awful lot to her, plus I value her privacy, unlike a certain Julia Bertram. And yes, I told a little white lie about Henry's present to Frankie, but that's because Frankie wouldn't have accepted them otherwise, and then Henry would have been heartbroken. And yes, Henry's intentions in the beginning weren't good, but Ed would have seen me warn Henry not to hurt Frankie, and did Henry hurt Frankie? No. This Tom thing must have just got Ed all over emotional or something. He's normally the sweetest guy. Trust Tom to ruin everything and be drink driving. What's Mr. Bertram thinking leaving the business in the hands of Tom Bertram? I've never bribed a doctor in my life, but if I were Mr. Bertram, I might slip the nurse some money, have him not discharged so soon. He can't get into much more trouble being in the hospital. Tom is widely thought a waste of space, and Ed is far more suited to be the director of Mansfield Park. He's the one with the brains. And if worse came to worse, and Tom was somehow unable to take over the business, well, Mansfield Park would be in far safer hands. And if the worst was to happen, Tom would only have himself to blame, and I find it difficult to have any sympathy, to be honest.